Iconoclast that came on. I don't know if anybody ever watched Iconoclast, but I used to watch it. It was a great show. But anyway, she was on there with him, and she was like, don't pick it up, don't put it down. Meaning, if you don't take compliments from individuals, then you don't have to take the criticism as well. But once you start accepting the compliments, then people feel okay to criticize you. Now, I said that to say, when people give you compliments, don't take that shit on, because it also, they'll come up to you and say, I like your hair, but then when they don't like your hair, they feel like free to come up to you and be like, I don't like your hair. Like, I was standing next to somebody and they weren't talking to me, but they walked up to the other person. They're like, oh, I don't like your hair like this. And I'm like, who the fuck says that? Like, who says that? Don't walk up to a young lady and tell them that you don't like her hair. If you don't like your hair, then keep it to, if you don't like her hair, keep that shit to yourself. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, well, we have that type of dynamic. Well, who has that type of dynamic? And why do you think that it's okay for you to have something to say about what somebody else is doing, what they look like or what they don't look like? I'm like, what the fuck? Where is your home training, people? What happened to, if you don't have something good to say, then keep your mouth the fuck shut? Is that the saying? Is that how the saying goes? Then keep your mouth the fuck shut. Okay, maybe that's not the saying. The saying is probably, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Just plain and simple. Like, what the fuck, people? Don't feel like, first of all, don't allow people to do that, because when people do that shit to me, I go in. Like, I go the fuck in. Because who the fuck asked you? Now, you're not prepared for that type of response. Come up to me and tell me you don't like my hair so I can ask you who the fuck asked you. Even though I did have somebody that came up to me and told me that my hair looked better on Facebook. Now, I didn't even know what to say to that. I'm like, what? And I still don't know what the fuck to say to that. I'm just like, that's some ignorant ass shit to say. That's some ignorant shit to say to somebody. Hey, your hair looks better on Facebook. Yeah. That was some ignorant shit. That's all I can say. Hey, did I tell y'all this one? And stop me if I did. Like, you could really stop me, right? But did I tell you that I was online dating, and on my online profile, of course, I make reference to my podcast because, I really only have the dating profile online at this point because I want people to listen to my shit. So I make reference to my podcast. Like, if you want to get to know me, go listen to my podcast. So this motherfucker inboxes me and tells me how he listened to my podcast and how great it was and blah, 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 and then turn around and ask me my name. Now, if you listen to my podcast, how many fucking times do I say my name in this podcast? At least 200,000. So I knew he had listened to the podcast, and I'm like, what the did you just lie about listening to my podcast so that you could date me? Listen, motherfuckers, I don't, listen, what the fuck has this dating world come to that you have to lie about listen to my shit? Don't lie to me. Just be like, I didn't listen to you. As a matter of fact, I didn't ask him did he listen to it, which was even more insane. So I think that's gonna be my final what the fuck today, because really, I start my podcast with my name, I end my podcast with my name, and yet this motherfucker wanna tell me that he heard some shit, listen to some shit that he ain't listened to. The fuck? Who does that? Every day, we constantly have shit that makes us say what the fuck, like all day, every day. And I think it's just really on how you handle it. Me, I'm a straight no chaser type of chick, so I come guns blazing a lot, and I'm trying to work on that, people. I really am. But you also got to find the humor in some of the shit that these people do. Like, really? That's all. I just like, really, because otherwise you walk around, the world being angry. And I don't want to walk around being angry, bitter, upset. As a matter of fact, if you know me, I'm probably the most easygoing, laid back, kind hearted, light hearted, happy go lucky people you know. And you know why? You want to know why? Because I have a podcast where I can let all this shit out. Like, I can just talk about the shit that gets on my nerves and angers me and keep it moving and not act like it doesn't happen, but just I have a release. I don't know what your release is. Maybe it's going to the gym, and we all know it's too hot to be fucking working out. And I already told you I'm fat at the beginning. First of all, I've gained so much weight. That's another what the fuck. I have gained so much weight. It's ridiculous. So I've gone from being the cute skinny chick to the cute fat chick, but I'm cute. But what the fuck? But I said all that to say, if you're having these what the fuck moments, you might need a release. Me, I have my podcast, I have my books, I have my blogs. Starting Monday, I'll have the gym. Yay. You're not convinced, are you? But in general, I have a release. Do you have a release? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Do you have a release? Is it listening to my podcast? Don't you lie to me. Thank you for listening to Unsolicited Advice from That Chick You Know. And if you'd like to hear more from me, That Chick You Know, please follow me on Instagram or Twitter at IndyTrot, INDYTROT, or like me on Facebook, India L. Trotter.